Hello, friends. I just want to continue with the reading of Absolute Surrender by Andrew Murray. This is found on page 11. And when you do yield yourself in absolute surrender, let it be in the faith that God does now accept of it. This is the great point, and that is what we so often miss. That believers should be thus occupied with God in this matter of surrender. Friend, all I can say is be occupied with God. I pray you be occupied with God. We want to get help, every one of us, so that in our daily life God shall be clearer to us. God shall have the right place and be all in all. And if we are to have that through life, let us begin now and look away from ourselves and look up to our God. Let each believe, while I, a poor worm on earth and a trembling child of God, full of failure and sin and fear, bow here, and no one knows what passes through my heart. And while I in simplicity say, O God, I accept thy terms, I have pleaded for blessing on myself and others. I have accepted thy terms of absolute surrender. While your heart says that in deep silence, remember there is a God present that takes note of it and writes it down in his book. And there is a God present who at that very moment takes possession of you. You may not feel it, you may not realize it, but God takes possession if you will trust him. God not only claims it and works it and accepts it when I bring it, but God will maintain it. That is the great difficulty with many. People say, I have often been stirred at a meeting or at a convention, and I have consecrated myself to God, but it has passed away. I know it may last for a week or for a month, but it always fades away, and after a time it is all gone. But listen, brethren, it is because you do not believe what I am now going to tell you and remind you of. When God has begun the work of absolute surrender in you, and when God has accepted your surrender, then God holds himself bound to care for it and to keep it. Will you believe that? In this matter of surrender, there are two, God and I, a worm. God, the everlasting and omnipotent Jehovah. Worm, will you be afraid to trust yourself to this mighty God now? God is willing. Do you not believe that he can keep you continually, day by day and moment by moment? Do you not believe that? Moment by moment, I'm kept in his love. Moment by moment, I've life from above. If God allows the sun to shine upon you moment by moment, without intermission, will not God let his life shine upon you also every moment? Friend, think of that. God bless you. and we would continue reading Absolute Surrender in another upcoming video. Thank you, and God bless you.